Residents from Sri Lanka. Presently, I am at Kurunegala in the town of on the village known as Millal, where my brother resides. It's a beautiful place, and today I would like to speak on the pH level of water. This bottle that I have in my hand, the pH is 9. I got it tested from the Kurunegala town. This means we are with this present what you call COVID-19 crisis. It says that the COVID virus cannot stand up to can stand up only to 8.5 levels, pH levels. Now here when I tested it, this water has pH 9.8. So what you call the pH will not be able to stand this and what you call pH alkaline level, but the Ministry of Health will have to give its final verdict in using this water, because it says that the COVID-19 virus stays in the human what you call throat for at least 24 hours. So giving this drinking this pH level of water, one may be able to destroy its function in the throat itself. For example, the what you call the enzymes, where the RNA of the DNA uses to combine with the throat muscles or cells, if it is pH 9 in the throat, it will automatically get destroyed. For example, even hot water at 50 centigrade, they say destroys the COVID virus, 19 virus. Normally in our villages or even at alms given, people are given hot water to drink after their meals, even the Buddhist priest. But that what you call tradition is slowly moving away. So when we think of this alkaline water, I got it tested yesterday. The results are the alkaline water has a pH level of 9.8 and what you call a TDS level of 83 and a hardness of 40, where the well water in this compound has a pH level of 6.8 and a TDS level of 153, and that means the TDS level in this alkaline water is much less, and a hardness in the well water is 75, but in the alkaline water it's 40. So for people who have kidney problems, this alkaline water can be recommended because of the low densities of these pH and TDS and hardness. Only the pH is high, 9.8. So when one thinks of water, it is one of the main problems in Sri Lanka, where there is a lot of kidney problems in the north central province, and it's a what you call a bilateral issue, because there are so many issues that cause the kidney problem. There may be, for example, 6 members in the family, only 2-3 will get kidney problem, where the others don't get it, drinking the same water. So there is a genetic relationship also to this, but still we are not being able to find the exact cause of this kidney problem, although we know it is due to what you call the heavy metal that have got mixed in the water due to the heavy metals being used in the fertilizer. Yeah, but in the same way, there is another problem too. When we think of the animals, like the what you call the buffalo that roams freely in the north central province, that the buffalo is not affected by kidney problems, although it drinks the same water. So that is still a mystery. Well, the question should be asked: does the buffalo do what you call reverse osmosis to solve this problem? Because if reverse osmosis is done, then this what you call problem can be solved completely, because all the minerals are taken out. But then the problem is when you remove all minerals also, then for the health it becomes a problem. So we'll have to use a system where only the heavy metals that cause this problem are removed. Things like cadmium and things like that. But still, what you call, other than trying to use reverse osmosis where all the minerals are taken out of the water, and reverse osmosis is very expensive, maybe around 45,000 rupees for a house unit. So this kidney problem in Sri Lanka in the north central province is a big issue, and still there is no solution to it. There is still the cause cannot be detected, although there are so many what you call universities and research institutions in Sri Lanka. Still we cannot find a cause, because in one family, though there are 4-5, only 1 or 2 people or 3 people may be affected. The others are not affected, although they drink the same water. And the reason is, why doesn't the buffalo get affected? It also drinks the water, but it doesn't get any kidney problems due to this. And in this PH9, if more research is done, and if it can be proved that the COVID virus is destroyed in the throat itself, then it will not get into the lungs, where it causes so many problems. And well, in the elderly or in some people like diabetes or people who have had bypass surgeries, where even the death can occur. So this PH9 is a very good, crisis situation. Maybe using for 1 or 2 months till the crisis is over. This way we will be able to destroy the virus, like a little bit of soap and water destroys the virus, and in lighter vein, like a little bit of soap and water will wash away the lipstick even from one's face after a date. Same way it washes away the COVID virus from humanity. So what I like to emphasize is this PH9 water. More research will have to be done on this, and if the health ministry can approve it, but presently this is sold in what you call supermarkets for 100 rupees, 500 milliliter water. So that means a liter will cost about 200 rupees. So more research will have to be done. So presently I am at my brother's estate in middle of Kurunegala. Right round you can see behind me is a paddy field. It's a beautiful place with a lot of flora and fauna, and where Mother Nature comes into the forefront. So when one goes to see, COVID virus can be destroyed very easily with a little soap and water. Same way with a little hot water too, centigrades, 50 centigrades. If you can boil up to 50 centigrades too, they say the COVID virus can be destroyed in the throat itself. They say it stays in the throat for at least 24 hours before it gets into the lungs. So with these issues, I will close.